Good morning. This is Patricia Frederick from Warmly Nourished. I hope you're well today. I decided to talk about a really interesting topic, and that's the topic of fiber. And just to sort of change your perspective of fiber a little bit and explain how wonderful it is. So, let me just remind you I am a nutritional health coach, whole food chef, and culinary nutrition expert, as well as just generally interested in food and health. I am not a doctor, I am not a naturopath, and I am not a dietitian or a nutritionist. I am a nutritional health coach. I believe in whole food, and I believe in good quality food, hydration, sleep, self care as my weapons and as my tools to help me live a beautiful, wonderful life. And that's what I would like for you. So, just to put this into a little bit of perspective for you, I am a woman over the age of 50, quite a bit over the age of 50, actually. Probably shouldn't admit to all of that. And I just wanted to share some things about fiber. Now, last week I talked about alternative sources for calcium, and I hope you got a lot out of that information because it's really quite beneficial. There's so much calcium in our vegetables and other food sources that have nothing to do with dairy products. So today I want to talk about fiber, and I'm not talking about fiber that you buy in the supermarket that's labeled with a brand name and has an orange flavor to it. And I'm not talking about psyllium husk, and I'm not talking about sugarcane husk, and I'm not talking about any of that. What I'm going to be talking about really is 100% fruits and vegetables, because that is where our fiber comes from. It is plant-based, but again, just to be clear, it's fruits and vegetables. That is where it all comes from. So before I get into that, I thought I would just say that if you're over the age, as you age, your fiber requirements start to decrease a little bit, but not very much. So in your younger years, before the age of 30, or maybe even before the age of 40, your fiber requirements would have been on average between 25 and 30 grams per day. And as we age, that comes down a little bit. And so the average woman over the age of 45 or 50 would require between 21 to 25 grams of fiber per day. Now, that doesn't mean you stop there. If you love eating fruits and vegetables or plant-based foods like whole grains and other sources, keep going. You can't really overdo it, or maybe you can, yeah, I'm sorry, you probably could overdo it, but in our diets in this day and age, it's a little difficult to do, to be honest. So you want somewhere between 21 and 25 grams of fiber per day. If you tip over into 30 or 34, that's not going to cause any problems. But I would recommend, if you haven't been getting a good quantity of fiber in your diet on a daily basis, I would recommend increasing it slowly over time to give your body an opportunity to adjust to these things that you're adding. You don't want to cause the body discomfort as you're seeking to improve your diet. So Rome wasn't built in a day, and one step at a time to improve health is probably the right solution here. So if you have a low fiber content diet, may I suggest that you just start adding a little bit of fiber to every meal that you eat every day, and then you'll start to increase it once you start to feel better. So that is a recommendation I'm going to say right at the top. So fiber is very crucial for also for women approaching pre and postmenopausal years, and that's for a variety of reasons. Natural plant-based fibers are very beneficial for helping to regulate, helping gut health, overall gut health, and keeping the gut microbial content healthy and well fed, so that it crowds out bad bacteria in the gut. You want to keep the healthy bacteria growing and multiplying and staying healthy, because they do a lot for the connection between the gut and the brain, which we'll talk about in another conversation. It also helps to take out the trash every day. You want to be sure that you are passing your food through your body, and you want to pass at least once a day. Up to 3 times a day is fairly normal, and fiber helps bulk that out, and helps also take out things that are sort of hanging around. So excess estrogen and other things to help keep your hormone balance right where it ought to be, and doesn't store it in funny places in the body. So it helps to remove all of that. It helps the body regulate, fiber helps the body regulate the use of sugars. And also, so it sort of keeps your blood sugar in check, because it's important to do that, because it helps to, as I said, excrete hormones through your digestive tract, which is critical for balancing out your estrogen levels. So that is part of keeping your hormones balanced. Helping to balance the hormones, fiber can alleviate some of the more disruptive symptoms associated with menopause, like hot flushes and mood swings. So if you're not detoxing or removing excess hormones from the body, or things that are just going to sort of recycle, you can disrupt and really do some damage, not really damage, but it worsens the symptoms of what we term symptoms for perimenopause and menopause, is that those mood swings and also night sweats. So the eating more fiber in your diet is helpful for that. Additionally, fiber-rich diet helps keep moving things through the digestive tract, reducing the risk of constipation. So if you are constipated, I would recommend making sure that you're eating enough fiber. Now, I've learned over the last couple of years working with a menopause coach in one of her programs, that eating whole kiwi, including the skin, either the golden or the green. Golden would be easier to do this with than green, but a whole kiwi with the peel on. Leave the peel on, wash it really well so that you've got all the chemicals off the peel. You eat it whole, and the enzymes and the fiber that's contained not only in the flesh but in the skin helps with constipation. So if you're finding that to be a problem for yourself, try that and see if it helps. A healthy gut flora is supported by fiber, and it can improve your immune function, reduce inflammation, and boost our mood. So that's all to do with keeping the good bacteria in the gut healthy. And that comes from prebiotics and probiotics, which are in the fiber that we consume. You don't necessarily need to take a supplement for it, unless your diet is so poor or you're correcting a problem that's been around for a little while, that you want to go back and correct that. But overall, if you're eating a diet that's high in fibrous vegetables and other plant materials like oats and barley and rye and things like that, you will naturally start repopulating. But if you've been ill or you've wiped out your gut flora through taking medications, it's a good idea to talk to a practitioner, either a naturopath or a nutritionist, that can help you repopulate your gut flora quicker and in a managed way as you're increasing the fiber in your diet. So overall, more whole foods support a healthy gut, which helps with reducing and eliminating toxins from the body. So keep it simple when you're starting to add more fiber into the diet, because you don't want to overload your system. Balance it across all of the meals that you eat every day, and be consistent with this. So I thought I'd share with you a little bit about what an average day could look like if you were to add approximately 34 grams of fiber to your diet. So breakfast could consist of a cup of cooked oatmeal with a half a cup of berries. And that will give you about 16 grams of fiber for breakfast. Lunch could be a mixed salad where you've got a cup of spinach, a half a cup of shredded carrot, some chickpeas, and a quarter of an avocado, and that would give you 12 grams of fiber for that particular lunch. That's not bad. That's pretty good. And then, I'm sorry, I need to correct my breakfast comment. It's only 8 grams of fiber for breakfast. It's 4 from the oatmeal and 4 from the berries. Pardon me. Dinner, a cup of quinoa would be about 5 grams, steamed broccoli, 5 grams, which would give you 10 grams. And then if you add some snacks in the day, maybe a medium-sized apple, and that would give you 4 grams of fiber, or maybe another half a cup of berries if you prefer berries, or maybe you like grapes. So adding those into the diet will give you approximately 34 grams of fiber for those 3 meals plus a snack. That's pretty good. That's a good bang for the buck, I think. So again, fiber comes from vegetables, whole grains, and legumes like lentils, chickpeas, black beans, that sort of thing. And whole grains being wheat, oat, barley, quinoa, buckwheat. So all of these sorts of things will start to add fiber to your diet. I wish you good luck in doing that. Again, this is Patricia Frederick of Warmly Nourished, looking at food as solutions for health. And today's conversation was about making sure that you're getting enough fiber in your diet, which will help you as you're approaching perimenopause and menopause and postmenopause, to keep things moving, to help with night sweats and mood swings, and also constipation. So all really good for you. So again, keep it simple. Don't overthink it. Just look for balance in your diet. Balance is probably the most important thing, but don't try to do it all at once. You might feel the effects of fiber and it might be a little uncomfortable for you. So I strongly urge you to slowly add fiber back in. Keep bulking out your diet with fiber, but not to do it all at once. And then consistency. So keeping that going from now until whenever. I wish you well. Thank you very much. And if you like this information, please let me know and share it. If you really enjoy these little conversations, please share them. I appreciate it. Thanks very much. Talk to you next time.